This is David here in Hamakua, Hawaii, and I am sitting next to this plant. This is a Polygonaceae in the buckwheat family. This specific plant is Perisicaria chinensis. There's many other polygonums in Hawaii, Polygonaceaes. Some are in the Polygonum genus, some are in the Perisicaria genus. They're somewhat renowned for their medicinal uses. The family has a lot of resveratrol-like compounds, and there is some research that indicates that resveratrol may be helpful in extending health span. Certainly there's there's 3 or 4 different Chinese herbs that I can think of, including this one. This is this is Perisicaria chinensis, but there's also Perisicaria capitata, which is used in China, called shimang sao. There is Renautria, I believe, it used to be called Polygonum multiflorum, Renautria multiflora, which is sometimes miscalled foti. But I'm focusing today on this specific plant because it's actually quite interesting. I don't know if you can see, but it has some of the polygonums, some of the Polygonaceae family have a chevron on the leaf, a little V shape. The Perisicaria capitata absolutely does. And the name polygonum means many knees. Polygonum, so you can see it kind of zigzags, kind of like a nightshade would, except it's not a nightshade, it's a totally different family. This specific plant is quite renowned for being, well, the Chinese would use it for infections and for injuries primarily. They would use it for what they call damp heat or to move the blood. But there's a lot of research now that shows that points to its potential uses as an antiviral for reducing cytokine storms. Also, it's quite antimicrobial for specifically, at least in vitro, in a test tube, for Staph aureus and E. coli and a number of other bacteria. So the Chinese uses word, transforms damp heat, cools the blood, cools and invigorates blood, and also for heat and toxins, which typically meant oftentimes a bacterial infection with a high fever. It also reduces NF-κB. NF-κB is one of the pathways in the body that naturally increases chronic inflammation. So when a plant reduces NF-κB, it tends to reduce chronic inflammation. It's also liver protective. And it is reportedly edible. I've not eaten this. I've eaten members of this genus before, but not this specific one. And the nice thing, of course, about plants that are edible is that you can dose them high. You can take higher amounts of them without throwing the balance of the homeodynamics of the body off of kilter.